Hi again guys, and welcome to another speed build, of course, for Forza Horizon 4, and this time it's for a deceptive car, the Porsche Cayman. It's a lot quicker than you'd think, plus it's got a pretty nice Rocket Bunny kit on it as well, which as you can see I have fitted, along with of course the racing tyres as well. Before we get into the tune though, if you are new to the channel, as you'll have seen from that intro card, if you plan to stick around and check out my other tunes, I would ask you to please hit the notification bell, because YouTube simply is not showing people my videos, even if they are subscribed, because of that bell. So make sure that you hit the bell, otherwise you simply won't be seeing my tunes and you'll be missing the whole reason why you're here. So as far as this tune goes, of course you can grab it from my storefront. If, for instance, you don't want to do it yourself, it's the quick and easy way to do it. Just search me using my gamer tag in the top left, or of course you can use one of the tags down below, one of the keywords in effect, like HSG for instance, and all of my tunes have HSG in the title, so you can easily find it. As far as this tune though, as you can see, I have fitted, as I said, the racing tyres, Rocket Bunny kit, Rocket Bunny wing. The visual stuff is down to you. You can choose, whatever wheels you want, for instance. But as far as the important stuff, like the tuning, as far as the engine on this particular car, I've fitted, I believe it's the Carrera GT engine. It's that V10 option, which gives you the most power. We do have all-wheel drive, and of course you want all of your racing parts to make it as light and as powerful as possible with all-wheel drive though. And even stuff like the diff and the suspension, make sure you fit all of those racing parts. Now, of course, if you fit drag tyres, you can improve the acceleration even more, but you will sacrifice some handling, so that's down to you, depends what you want out of the car, but it's already pretty quick, 2 seconds to 60, under 4 to 100, and according to the benchmark, 265 flat out, or just under. So we'll find out in just a second if it is that quick, but as far as the gearbox goes, I would recommend a final drive of 3.3, then individual gears, which are fairly easy, 2.9, 2, 1.5, 1.18, 0.95 and 0.76. For the alignment, we've got 1 degree of camber. You don't necessarily need that on this one. The handling is fairly planted. It's already pretty good. For instance, the caster, you could also increase all the way up to 7 if you wanted to. So try each one, see which you prefer. It doesn't affect the straight line performance either way. As far as the anti-roll, we've got those on 35 and 30. The springs on 105, 140 and the lowest ride height. Dampers are on 11, 13, 5 and 6. The aero is, and this is important, as low as possible. You definitely want that set as low as it can go for top speed. Of course, if you increase it, you'll get better handling, but you will notice a drop in that top end performance. As far as the braking, that's not adjusted. That's down to you if you want to change that. As far as the diff, we've got 100% on the acceleration bias, 0 for decel, and a 70% rear bias. Now for this car, I would actually recommend, if you're willing to lose maybe a little bit of 0 to 60, go to, for instance, 75% or even 80, because that'll make the handling even more precise at high speed, but it depends what you want from the car. 70% gives you great launch, good off-road ability, and it's got very, very planted handling and tons of grip. So it depends what you want from the car. If you want to loosen up the front end a little bit more, increase that to 80%. But as I said, you might sacrifice just a little bit of launch. Overall though, you can grab it in my storefront. That is the tune on paper, but as I said, what you want to see is what can it actually do in a race. Now, for full transparency, this is, as you'll have probably seen from the title anyway, the 2015 Cayman. Now, I haven't, at the time of producing this video, bought the 2018 one yet, so I'm not sure which one's quicker. Probably the new one, but if, for those who are wondering, you want to try this tune on that car as well, then as far as I know, it should probably work fairly similarly to this one. In terms of performance though, you can see the top speed is 265 in this race. It gets up around 250 more comfortably. That last 15 miles an hour takes a little bit longer to get there. So I'd say it's a good car, but it's not a fantastic one. However, it is compact, it's got a ton of grip and very beginner friendly handling. So if you do decide to use it either from my storefront or here on the channel, I hope you have a ton of fun with it, win plenty of races. And of course, if you are new to the channel, want to keep up with all of my tunes, as I said, be sure to hit that notification bell. Otherwise, you'll simply miss my other tunes. But overall, that's it for this one. I'll see you next time. And for now, as always, thanks for watching.